Alright everyone, what's going on? It's Rico Sensei and I'm here to give my episode 7 review on Made in Abyss. This is one of my favorite episodes, right there with the Corpse Sweeper, because this took a unexpected turn. This episode really took an unexpected turn, and I guess I'll just give a really short summary of everything that went on. So pretty much what happened was we picked off exactly where we left off with the whole cube thing, and Ozen was just giving a backstory on what happened to the cube, what's it for, and pretty much it's to, how can I say this? It's to help. It's hard to explain, but it's kind of just there to help. And the way they gave it example to, I'm doing poorly on this. I'm sorry. But the example was that is what Ozen carried Rico to. Ozen was telling Rico that she was a stillborn and she carried Rico in the cube the entire time. And that's how she was alive and whatnot. And that's what made her move around and stuff. And that's also what we saw last week, because remember there was like this little headless creature. And so Ozen was saying that she was pretty much just doing an experiment on it, and it pretty much still moved, even though it was cooked and whatnot. The creature was still moving around because I guess she put it in the cube, and that's what I got off of it. But that's pretty much what she was saying, is that it pretty much just helps people who's inside of it. It's like a, what do you call it? Curse repellent. I think that's what they called it. But that's what happened. And pretty much after that, Ozen was again really shitting on Rico, saying, again, your mom's dead. I despise you. I despise your mom, and all that type of stuff. And it was really breaking Rico. And it kind of turned into a brawl. Ozen pretty much hit Rico, like one hit. I don't know if it was with the finger or a hand, because at one point she was doing like a backhand, and then at another second it was like with one finger. She had like one finger up. Either way, it was really badly. Rico was bleeding a lot through the face, and Reg, of course, didn't approve of that. So Reg and Ozen was having a really big brawl, but this was obviously going towards Ozen's favor, because Ozen was really slamming Reg on the ground, like really badly. It was a whole bunch of rubble and whatnot. She was breaking the floor. That's how badly she was slamming Reg. And it was just a really bad beatdown. This shows how strong Ozen is and why she has the dangerous name around her. This is why people say stay away from her, because she's that really dangerous. And pretty much what happened after that was Reg decided, I really need to get rid of this person. And so what he tried to do was use his blast the same way he did with the Corpse Sweeper. And Ozen she was just interested in the blast. She said, okay, if you want to use it try and use it on me. Let's see what happens when you use it on Rico. And Reg pretty much avoided it, and the blast went towards the sky. And a few minutes later, I believe that Reg passed out, and some people that helped out Ozen was at their aid, Reg and Rico's aid. And Ozen was pretty much saying, you guys really need to step up your game. This was a test. And that's kind of majority of the episode. All this time, Ozen was pretty much saying, you guys won't survive the way you are. You guys really need to step up your game. And this was all a test. The whole brawl was a test. Even though she was going a bit too harsh on the kids. She even admitted that she was going a bit too harsh. She wanted to see how bad they would break. Reg wasn't breaking, so she was really getting into the brawl, and that's what happened. She didn't apologize. She just said, I got too into it. And so what happened later was that I guess Ozen is taking them to a sort of training program thing, to where she left them in like this forest, and that's the end of the episode. So now they pretty much are on their own again, and Ozen said you could use I think it was the whistle, the blue whistle. She said you could use it within the next 10 days. And they was pretty much left after that. But Ozen left out some information on a little bit of Reg's history this episode. And she was also saying that I need to dispose of you before everyone else figures it out. I don't know if she really meant that or that was part of the test. I don't know. Ozen's a really interesting character and probably my favorite so far. And we got to see a little bit of her backstory with Liza. Same way she was being with the kids. She was being really harsh on the kids, but Liza would not let up. And Liza would always come back and say things like, Ozen, you're really cool. Your hair is cool. Even though her hair is there to hide the scars of the abyss. And Liza was saying, oh, your hair is cool and all that. And as they got older, Ozen was really starting to like Liza. And Ozen also said that I was pretty much messing around when I said your mom is dead. There's no way she's dead. She's waiting for you further in the abyss. What else did we get out of this? We also learned that with Reg's blast, pretty much after he uses it, he passes out in the next 10 minutes. And he collapses for 2 hours, no matter what happens. That's pretty much what Ozen told us. And that's just about it on what happened with this episode. I'm really loving Ozen's character. I really hope we get to see more of her. In the beginning, I'm not sure what this was about, but pretty much we got to see Habbo talking to children. And he was I think he was talking about some of the White Whistle's relics, but he also said that they should remain private until further notice, until they come up from the abyss. And that's kind of it with the whole Habbo situation. Overall, it was, again, one of my favorite episodes. I really enjoyed this episode. I really love Ozen's character. I love characters like that who are really cold, but deep down, you know that they really care for the person. And I hope that Ozen will help them out later on in their journey to find Liza. Again, I don't know. It was a good episode. We didn't see too much of Rico. This was more of Reg and Ozen's, what do you call it? It was their episode pretty much. But that's going to do it for my episode review of Made in Abyss. Really good episode. If you guys haven't watched Made in Abyss, sorry, that was my TV. If you guys haven't watched it yet, I highly recommend that you guys watch it. It's a really good one. It's starting to become one of my favorites. Yeah, guys, what did you guys think about this review and this episode? Comment below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Be sure to follow me on Twitter and subscribe for more from me. And yeah, guys, I'll see you guys on my next video.